Welcome back to Compas FC. We got another jam-packed episode for you guys. I'm Fernando Ramirez, joined as always by JC Cervantes, Eddie Rodriguez. Like I said, jam-packed show, Europa League final. What Jose Mourinho's Roma, were they screwed over or fair decision against Sevilla? The guys will let you guys know. Obviously, there's a lot of rumors coming out of La Casa Blanca. And no, I'm not talking about the White House in the United States. I'm talking about the real White House.
The real one.
Real Madrid. Is Benzema leaving or is he staying? We'll give you guys the latest. Cristiano Ronaldo, is he staying or is he leaving Saudi Arabia? Lionel Messi, where is he headed next? Some changes coming to Manchester United. We got that and plenty more. JC, how are you doing?
I would have been better had Mourinho not been robbed, but it is what it is. When you're the best, I guess you expect a lot of hate. And I don't know where Barca's getting all this money from. Are they linked to all these transfers? Don't they got like 1,000,001 financial fair play laws, and then UEFA referees and La Liga referees, and it's just a bad look, man. Now they're sucking the MLS into this. Don't go ruining what we barely getting started over here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm nervous to ask, but from the red light district, Eddie, how are you doing?
Conflicted. I'll just leave it at that.
Right.
Conflicted.
Let's get it going.
The choices, I guess, huh?
Let's get it going. Like I said, the Europa final. Surprising, the Europa final usually takes place the Wednesday before the Champions League final, but not this time. It took place a week earlier. But Sevilla versus Roma got things started with a goal by Paulo Dybala. It was a very nice goal. Then it was an auto goal from Roma that got Sevilla back into it.
Scored all of them.
And they went into penalty kicks, and there was 2 misses by Roma. Sevilla hit them all. Well, there was a retake by Sevilla. They hit it and they end up winning. Sevilla now impressive. I mean, this is impressive to me. In the Europa League final, they are 8-0. Impressively enough, going into this, Mourinho was 5-0 going into Europe finals, not Europa Cup, Europe finals. 5-0. Obviously, he takes the L on this one, so now 5-1. But hey, impressive nonetheless. 5-1. I mean, there's not a lot of managers that can say that. Zinedine Zidane's
impressive,
a perfect 3-0, but
talking about impressive. You're talking about impressive. You know what's impressive is making a European final with a $7 million budget. What is the guy supposed to do? Let's be real. $7 million budget made it to a European final back to back. Listen, let's not take anything away from Sevilla. They were facing relegation in La Liga. They switched managers.
Who was the coach?
Who was coaching? They beat Manchester United.
What else is there?
They got to a final.
Playing without a striker, what do you expect?
And they won it.
Without a left winger, what do you expect?
I'm not here
without
to
a goalie,
what do you expect? And what they did, right? Because Bono as a goalie, he's pretty nice. He's pretty good. But let me tell you something.
Shouldn't be there.
Time and time again in this podcast, we've talked about we don't want the referee. I was always gonna say slur, but I didn't want to be the protagonist of the match. Anthony Taylor, I don't know what you were doing if you have a vendetta against Mourinho.
Clearly,
there's a PK that you missed. You would call that every day in the Premier League.
No hesitation.
Campos should have been booked for simulation after you overturned the quote-unquote PK in favor of Sevilla.
Easy.
And then would have booked the second time
same way you yellow
later on through the match. But did you do that? No, you did not.
Of course
You're
not.
the protagonist of this match. I don't care if it went to penalties. I don't care if Mancini missed and Cristante, whoever else.
Those were all quality PKs.
I don't care. I don't care. Anthony Taylor, good job. You gave the final to Sevilla.
What more do you want?
Good job. This is a reason why in the 2018 World Cup there was no English refs And I'm gonna tell you right now, probably in 2026, there'll probably be no English refs because the guys like you.
And if there are, you know what
Costa
to expect.
Mourinho his record. Roma for the first half were dominating, got the goal, and there's one thing that Roma has done all season is defend a lead. No one was beating Chris Smalling in the head game. No one was beating him. Spinazzola was locked down. The only unfortunate thing that happened was Tammy Abraham and Dybala had to come off. Other than that, I can guarantee you that if that excuse my language again, if that goal doesn't come off of Mancini, Sevilla would not be champion. It would be Roma. That's all I gotta say. My only word is for this game, robbed. That's it.
Before we go to JC and get his thoughts, here's what happened after the matchup in after the locker room and everything. This is Jose Mourinho going after
Anthony
the referee.
Taylor.
You heard the dogs barking in the back? Some dogs.
So Mourinho's on his phone, and he's in the parking lot, which I don't know how many people have been in the parking lot of like where the players are and everything. It's obviously underneath the stadium, in the stadium, so you're still in the confines of it. And you can hear Mourinho calling him an effing disgrace, saying that it was terrible.
Which he was.
No, yeah. So I mean, obviously, Mourinho was not happy about that. And then this is the same Anthony Taylor going through the
14 yellows in a match. That means you don't have control of the game. That's it.
This is Anthony Taylor going through the airport.
Video here. That's him in the gray shirt, by the way. There, the black backpack. Damn near started a riot.
We're against violence, 100%.
Beers getting thrown.
I don't condone it. I don't condone violence.
Then a chair goes flying. Watch out.
Or match officials. But I will say is I feel the frustration because clearly it's a pen in favor of Roma. You decide not to give it.
You don't
decide not to give a yellow to Ocampos for simulation. After a play before that, you gave Pellegrini a yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Makes no sense.
By the way, JC, I want to commend you for that play-by-play on the airport thing. I couldn't have given a better play-by-play right there.
I'm groomed. I'm ready.
Hey,
I'm
doing
play-by-play maestro.
JC, the floor is yours now.
I mean, you hate to see it. You know, a great game from Roma. Just you get punched in the eye like that. It's a black eye now, and you take the game out of the coach's hands. Sevilla didn't have any answers. They got outplayed. They got outclassed. They got out everything. And they scored an own goal. So all credit to Roma on this one. And they really dominated the whole thing. It should have never came down to PKs.
Ridiculous.
And even when it came down to PKs, not only were they not content without calling a PK for Sevilla and not giving a yellow and, you know, just picking and choosing when to enforce laws. But we're going to retake a pen now because Roma got a block on the shot.
Okay.
And all of a sudden we're off the line when you got Bono just jumping around left and right all over this thing, off the line multiple times. You can't just pick and choose when to enforce calls. And if this isn't a penalty, you're talking about Chivas being the champions of La Liga MX because they called it a lesser pen. They called it a lesser pen on Briseño.
Crazy.
And then we're talking
Liga
Mexico.
MX officiating and Premier League officiating.
I'm telling you, you can't pick and choose. And it is just about the same thing. So you're talking about, you know, you're going to call one but not the other. They're all FIFA officials. This is the same FIFA official from Mexico that was there. Another FIFA official potentially and Anthony Taylor. You're just stealing things away. You know, I'm all for anything happening in 90 minutes.
What happened in the NBA, right?
Oh yeah,
in the NBA, they caught one of the officials that he was.
But I don't care about no burner account. Let's be honest. I don't care about no burner account.
No.
But if that burner account is you trying to justify your calls,
No.
I have
That's
an
not what
issue.
I'm saying. No. What I'm saying is that kind of stuff. Like people think that referees are gonna be impartial. Sometimes they're not. They're gonna call stuff that they feel like maybe they. I mean, and I'm not saying that all officials are corrupt or anything, but we saw with Tim
But there's
Donahue.
influence.
Remember that
But
guy with the Spurs? Tim Duncan was on
Mhm.
the bench. And he was just sitting there, and he comes over and he tees up Tim
Mhm.
Duncan for laughing, and Tim Duncan's like, "What?" And obviously, he went to jail for
I
everything.
know UEFA is waiting for the referee's report, but if I'm UEFA, I need to understand if Anthony Taylor has a vendetta against Jose
He's
Mourinho.
got no business being
Plain and
there to
simple.
begin with.
Plain and
No, I don't
simple.
think he did. I don't.
Not only does he not have any business being there, but no English referee has
but you,
any business since Mark Clattenburg
but
in
think
any
about it though. We're just
European
talking about.
competition final. I'm sorry.
We're just talking about Anthony Taylor.
Yeah, Anthony
We're just
Taylor.
talking about him. VAR also like what's the
And that's
VAR
my
guy
point.
doing?
That's my point.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah,
even
yeah.
go to VAR. Like, how you not even gonna watch that? You checked everything else throughout the game. You checked Sevilla's possible pen. You
Yeah.
checked the flop
No, they went to quote
on Roma.
unquote VAR. They
You go to
said
VAR
no.
for everything, and now you pick and choose. Now you're firm on your stance of it not being a
But
pen.
Eddie,
It's a
my
pen
thing
every
was
day of the week.
my
This
thing
is
wasn't about the burner.
ridiculous.
My thing isn't about the burner. My thing is some of these guys are fans, and some of these guys, like some people might like
Oh,
he might
1,000%.
like he might have a
Look,
burner where he says
listen. If
Pep
if, if
Guardiola is
I'm
the
the
best manager
referee
of all
and
time.
we spoke about this about the World Cup, I do not want to be the protagonist that decides a match. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy.
And it's
But
all full
clearly,
circle.
Anthony Taylor gave no Fs and decided to be the protagonist, gave out 14 yellows. You know what that means? You don't have control of the game. You know what that also means? Is that who are you giving the most yellows to? Looks like you gave the most yellows to Roma. Why is that? Let's start asking these questions. UEFA needs to do better.
There's no
Plain and simple.
accountability, and you already know you got a Barcelona team in the whole La
Ridiculous.
Liga league that's facing the same thing. So you
Oh,
want to sit here and pick and choose when to
but
enforce rules,
but
when they're
UEFA should
not.
know better.
They're
2018
not. They're
World
picking.
Cup.
They're
Who
writing
was the
scripts.
English referee that was present for the World Cup? There
They're
was
writing
no
scripts.
English referee.
Scripts.
Sudden, still looking at the league. The Premier League is facing the same issue week in and week out. They have weak referees, and you decide to put Anthony Taylor in there?
No
This
business.
is crazy. This is blasphemous. I don't understand what they're thinking. This is crazy to me. This is crazy, and I don't want to discredit Sevilla for winning. Good
They're
on
bums.
them.
They never had a leg in the
Congratulations.
game.
And I don't want to
I'm not
discredit the coach
congratulating
and the
them.
job
Call
he's
it what
done
it is. They didn't
because
even have a leg in
they
the
were
game.
facing relegation and they survived. Good on the coach, whatever. But there was times within the game when the game was tied that the game could have been decided if the referee would have made the correct calls, and he didn't. That's it.
Scared for their life. I don't even want to know what the UEFA
So I
final is going to be
understand
like.
Mourinho's frustration. I understand the Roma's players' frustration. And if you're a neutral fan, you don't have any side going here. You just wanted to watch the match. It's a black eye,
Ugly.
like JC said. It's a black
Okay,
eye.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna give it to you like this: Roma got 7 yellow cards, Sevilla got 6. So they were pretty even when it comes to yellow cards. And then he was giving it to like,
Sevilla should
well,
have seen the red.
you know what? My bad. No, well, I guess
Sevilla should
Roma
have seen
got,
the red easily.
no, Roma got an 8th because Mourinho got one for the
Of course he did.
when he
Yeah, of
jumped
course
out
he
and did
did.
his thing.
Yeah, of course
So,
he did.
8
Of
to
And then
course
they
he
kept
did.
threatening his assistant coaches kept getting threatened. There was a lot of back and forth between the fourth official. Like they're just over there, forcing a lot of issues on the players and coaches that don't need to happen. But very
Black
unprofessional.
eye on
I
UEFA
don't
should have
even.
never pointed Anthony
I'm
Taylor
not looking
as the
forward to
match
the
official.
Champions League final. I'll tell you right now. I don't even want to
Roma
know.
got robbed. That
I'm
is
gonna
the
bet you.
storyline.
I'm gonna bet you
Roma
whatever you want right now.
Roma
They're gonna
didn't
pick
get
one of those
robbed.
Spanish refs.
He got
all know-
robbed. They
They
got
got
robbed.
We all know what
You're
happened.
crazy to say he didn't get robbed.
We all know what happened.
That's crazy.
We all know what happened.
He got robbed.
No, they didn't. Look what happened.
What's the timestamp on this?
She wore a Roma jersey the day of the game.
Oh God.
Reaction curse strikes again.
Mm.
Let's hope. For
It's
next
my bad, guys.
weekend,
Thank you for
next
Eddie.
weekend, she better wear a Man City shirt.
thank you to Eddie for saving us
Yeah,
on
somebody
that
go
one.
give her a Grayless jersey.
It's Kim Kardashian. The day of the game, she was wearing a Roma jersey while out shopping or
I
doing
don't
something.
think it was the day of the game, but I have seen this post before. But
So,
yeah,
well, I don't know,
Kardashian curse strikes again.
all
Wow,
right, guys.
what a
They're so
surprise!
lame. I don't even know why they're relevant.
Mourinho, you got robbed. I understand your frustration. We're with
The
you, my guy.
Compas stand with you.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
forget. Oh, by the way, real quick before we move on, this was pretty interesting to me. I don't know what you guys think. Paulo Dybala is the first Argentinian to score in a Europa final since Lionel Messi in 2011. So Leo Messi hasn't scored in a Europa final since 2011?
You know what? I don't even care about that. You know what I care about is that Dybala was a question mark to start the game. He played 67, 68 minutes of the final. He gave his all, scored, was a baller above everybody else. Shout out Dybala. Hey, La Joya. You know what it is.
2011. That's the last time Xavi and Iniesta were there.
Can I borrow some
I think
fingers?
the
So I
last
can
time
count?
Iniesta was there was 2014. Xavi was probably retired before that.
23 minus 11.
So Messi has not scored in a European final since 2000. So in 12 years, he has not scored in a wow. That's crazy.
Best player ever.
I don't know.
Champ.
And he scored 5 pens in the World Cup.
What'd you say?
I don't care about
And
Messi.
he scored 5 pens in the
Messi.
World Cup.
Messi scored 5 pens in the World Cup. Quote unquote, he's the best player ever in history.
All right.
From here till we die, he's the best player. Whatever, quote unquote.
Yeah, like LeBron James. 4
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Obviously, this weekend, big game coming up. Manchester United versus Man City in the FA Cup final. Big news out of Manchester United. Anthony Martial will not be playing in the game because he is hurt. So Man U is already down. A player.
Not really.
We're down. We're down like 3 players now. A goalie, a left winger, and a striker.
I mean, Martial being down, that doesn't consider it down.
JC, what does Man U need to do to win this game?
Well, I gotta pray to God that the dead clock strikes twice. And
you talking about Marcus Rashford yet? Okay, so now you're praying that Marcus Rashford shows up, but
you gonna let me finish?
The whole season, you've been dogging him and talking about, a dead clock strikes twice, and you just said that right now. What's wrong with you, guy? What's wrong with you, guy?
You gonna let me finish?
Okay, go ahead, finish.
Are you done?
Eddie's
Are you finished or you done?
Because you're just talking to hear his voice right now.
I ain't gonna say no more. Shut up, Berman.
You're just talking to hear his voice.
That's crazy.
Because just like the Sevilla game, I played with 2 players down. Like you see, now you're gonna let me finish. Just like the Sevilla game, I played without a left winger. I played without a goalie. Can't have that happen again. Need all players, 11 players to show up and do their job, do their part.
Who gave the assist last time we played Man City for the game winner?
There you go.
I'm
bringing up old shit again.
No, go ahead. Tell me. You just brought up old stuff with Sevilla game. So who gave the assist to Garnacho to win the game? Who gave the assist?
You seen Garnacho. Now you're talking about a real left winger right there.
Who gave the assist, though?
Garnacho.
You're not telling me.
There's a guy.
I'll tell the listeners who gave the assist.
Here's a guy.
Marcus MBE Rashford.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought Rashford hit the game winner.
All right.
He's changing his story. He don't even know his left from his right now. But yeah, all 11 players got to show up. I mean, you don't have the squad depth, which has been the issues going on for some time now. You know, I hope that Garnacho comes out there and
why we get so much hate in the comments, because you be talking blasphemous. You be talking
Garnacho.
Blasphemous.
I'm banking on Garnacho because I know Rashford's not ready to be there.
In the comments. You're crazy.
I'm not a fanboy like y'all, bro. I'm sorry.
Who's a fanboy?
I'm sorry, y'all fanboys. He had one average season.
Rashford in the Louis Van Gaal days, and now you
fell off. He fell off. Accountability guy.
Last season, so he fell off.
One.
Whatever.
Okay. One.
All right.
One.
All right.
Okay. Three, and he shows up
Pogba
for
has
one
like
average
5
season.
bad seasons, and you still co-sign the guy.
And you still got more trophies than Rashford.
Who make this? Hey, make it make sense. This guy right here, co-signs Pogba, who's had 4-5 bad seasons and came back from injury, quote unquote, and then got injured again, and still co-signs him over Rashford. Let this guy know. Talking crazy. That's it. All right.
Even then, still a better player than Rashford. But
Yeah,
anyways,
no,
he's got
not.
more World Cups. He's played on better
Oh, so now
teams.
you're rating the World Cup more than
He
the
was a
Premier
pivotal
League
player.
and the
He played
Champions
every
League.
minute.
Okay,
He played every minute.
for sure.
Played every minute, didn't he?
Okay.
And you were mad. You were mad he's playing
Oh,
every
he played
minute,
every
putting up
minute,
assists.
but like you said in the
Him and
past,
Mbappe
well, if they
brought
got
a chip
Kante
home.
there and they got Matuidi there, do X, Y, and Z.
Oh, you
Come
rate
on
my
now,
tweeting now?
guy.
Oh,
Come
you
on,
rate my
guy.
tweeting now?
Oh, that year, 100%. You know I rated Matuidi.
Oh, okay.
You know I did. You know I did. You know I did. Don't cap me now. Don't cap me now. You didn't even know about Kante. I co-signed him when he was at Leicester. Stop playing
Who doesn't
me,
know
guy.
about Kante?
Stop playing me.
Who doesn't know about Kante?
Stop playing me. I know
He's
what I'm
talking to
about.
hear a voice. But yeah, Man Uni's gonna have to
Yeah,
show up. All 11 strong. Everybody fight for the ball, be first. And it's honestly, Man City's on the pressure. The team has to play free out there, got to do their part, and they just go out there and play their final. And it's going to be a midfield battle, but I feel like we got the ability to press. I hope Malacia starts at left back for sure. Shaw center back would be great to see.
Oh yeah,
because that's going to be your best possible 11 out there. I mean, you're banking on Maguire. Lisandro's nowhere near match fit. It's got to be Malacia left on the right. Get defensive, play some Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Shaw in the middle. And then, you just got to put out your best three in the middle, Bruno, Casemiro, and Eriksen. And then, pray to God that Garnacho has a great game because Rashford's not. It's going to be a tough one. I'm not betting on the guy, but,
oh, you're not? Okay.
Hell no.
All right.
Hell no.
All right.
Eddie,
what
does Man City have to do to win this game?
They got to play their starters that they're going to play for the Champions League. Plain and simple. If they don't and they rotate the squad, they're going to lose. That's it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Aaron Ten Hag is going to play his strongest 11. That includes Varane, and that includes Shaw center back. Like JC said, I'll play Malacia at left. Play Wan-Bissaka at right. Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno. And then through the middle, you got to play Weghorst. That's your only available striker. On the left, you're playing Rashford. And on the right,
why
you're playing
wouldn't
Sancho.
you play Rashford at striker and Garnacho at left?
No, I think Garnacho is coming back from an injury, and he's not ready to play as a starter. I think Garnacho, as he did for the game versus Man City, where they won 2-1, is better off the bench. But I think, for real, that Pep is going to rotate the squad. And Pep, I don't think he cares so much about the FA Cup. Yeah, they're the quote-unquote noisy neighbors, whatever. But I think Pep has his sights set on the Champions League. And with that being said, you play some of his starters, but he's not going to play every single starter. So I don't expect to see a Bernardo Silva or a Jack Grealish. I'll probably see a Mahrez, Phil Foden, Julian Alvarez. I think you'll still see Ederson at goalkeeper.
Erling Haaland?
I don't think you see Haaland because I know Pep knows that if Haaland goes down, they don't win for sure, 100%. I don't think you'll see Haaland in there. I don't think you'll see John Stones in there. You'll probably see Laporte and Ruben Diaz. I think you'll see Rico Lewis at right back and not Walker. And left back, that doesn't matter. Play whatever. But I really don't think that Pep's going to start their strongest 11. He's going to have to rotate the squad, and that's what it is. And it's in my opinion, it's United's finals. It's United's final to lose.
Who wins?
Aaron Ten Hag, as I've been on record, beats Man City, and that's all he does for the rest of his Manchester United career. He'll still live in Manchester United folklore as the guy that stopped Pep Guardiola and the noisy neighbors from winning the coveted treble that no one has won in English football since Sir Alex Ferguson. Plain and simple.
Who wins on Sunday or Saturday?
United.
JC?
2-0.
United.
All right. They have spoken. They have
Who
said
wins, Fernando? Who wins, Fernando? Yeah. Oh, you
No, I'm gonna.
City?
No, I think you're right about.
It's cool. cool.
I think you're right about he's going to tinker with it, and I don't think that's
Nah,
smart.
he's
just
starting
'cause-
all 11.
Do you think?
He's
Yeah.
going in trouble.
No
The
way.
reason why-
There's no way he
The
starts.
reason why I
There's
think
a
he's going to
1,000%
start all
he
11
starts
is
all
No way.
11.
he can't give the guys 2 weeks of break. Like 2 weeks of break is a long time. I think he's going to start all
So
11.
he
but-
started like half of his team the last Premier League game. So he might start the other half the next Premier League game.
I think this is what I think he's gonna overplay his hands.
He's gonna risk injury to Haaland.
I think so.
He is.
Kevin De
1,000%.
Bruyne.
He wants
And
the
one of them,
trouble.
No
and
way.
one of them is something's
There's
gonna
no
happen. Something's gonna
He
happen.
wants the trouble.
And
Yeah.
I hate giving Pep credit,
Yeah.
but I think he's way too smart to do that.
Nah.
No, he's gonna
He wants the
overthink it.
trouble.
He's gonna play them.
Okay.
And he runs everybody into the
7
dirt.
a.m. Pacific
gonna do it.
time. Tune in. Manchester United, Man City, Saturday.
I'll say 3-2 Man U.
3-2. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with you. You turned 30. You talking crazy now? That's crazy.
Nah, bro. I mean, I want to see a fun game. I want to see something between both of these guys, and I feel like both teams can bag a couple of goals.
You know what? The X factor will be Garnacho. I'll give JT.
That's why I'm saying, like, if
Man
he's a
City
little,
had no answer for the kid.
if he's a
But
little
yeah,
lightning
he's
rod when
stuck
he
his
comes,
voice.
if he comes in like little lightning rod that he kind of is, like he should kind of, he's gonna tire out that defense.
Okay, let me ask you this: you starting Wan-Bissaka or Dallo, who just signed an 8-year deal, or 5-year deal? My bad, 5-year deal.
I think Ten Hag is gonna start Dallo.
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, you just signed him to a new deal. Why not?
That's blasphemous. All right, for sure.
But all right, moving along. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in the transfer window, and it hasn't even started. There's been multiple reports coming out of Real Madrid that Benzema was leaning towards leaving and joining Cristiano Ronaldo at Al Nassr. He was offered a 2-year, $200 million contract, which is ridiculous amount of money. And all the reports were around Thursday at about 9 a.m. Pacific time that he was leaving. He went to an event with Marca where he got a trophy for a Legends trophy. And this is basically what he was asked by a journalist. Hey, are you staying at Real Madrid? And this is what Benzema had to say to him.
Hay mucho público madridista que te está escuchando. Como digo, tú vas a marcar los tiempos. ¿Vas a hablar pronto a la afición madridista?
Hablar de.
Pregunta. Hablar del futuro. No hay nada que hablar.
¿Por qué voy a hablar de un futuro si estoy en Madrid?
Porque hay mucha gente hablando por ti.
Sí, pero lo que habla es Internet. Y la realidad no es Internet.
So right there, Benzema's asked about, I want to show you guys something before, but Benzema's asked, are you going to talk to the fan base? Like, talk about what? And then he's asked, talk about your future. He's like, why? I'm at Real Madrid. Like, there's nothing to talk about. The internet's the one doing all the talking. I haven't said anything. So now Marca came out and said that he is staying at Real Madrid, that he's going to stay one more year because he doesn't want to leave Real Madrid hanging. Real Madrid, I guess, were scrambling, trying to see if maybe they get Harry Kane, go get somebody else. But according to multiple reports, they have now that Benzema is going to stay one more year, he wants a backup. Carlo Ancelotti wants a backup. They need a backup who's going to help Benzema out. They need a backup because, like I saw today, some journalist tweeted out from Spain that Cristiano Ronaldo was heavily protected from 2016. JC's going to hate this. The Zidane years, Cristiano Ronaldo was heavily protected, and they would let him sit against teams that he didn't need to play against. And that with Benzema, that hasn't happened. That they don't understand why he hasn't been protected the way Cristiano was. So now Real Madrid's going out, and Real Madrid's going out, and they're trying to find a backup striker so that this year Benzema can rest more. He doesn't have to do as much. I want to show you guys this moment. A little girl wanted to ask Benzema a question, and this is what happened at the beginning. It was pretty funny.
Es que iba a contar la pregunta de Ana, que cuando estaba pensando la pregunta que hacerte, dice, y si responde que no, se va a poner a llorar.
No.
Y ayer, de hecho, cuando estaba ensayando,
Sí.
lloró un poquito.
No. Ven.
Ven.
No.
Ah, pobre.
That's right.
No llora, ¿vale? Está muy fuerte, no llora, ¿vale?
So in that part, the little girl was all the little kids got to ask Benzema a question. She wanted to ask him, "Are you really leaving Real Madrid?" And then I guess when they were practicing, she started busting out crying because she thought if he says yes, he is gonna leave, she's gonna burst out into tears. And Benzema's like, "Oh no, come over here." And you could hear faintly in the microphone him say, "No, let's be strong. Don't worry, I'm here," whatever. And so basically, Benzema is staying as of right now. So, JC, how big is it for Real Madrid to still have Benzema on, as of right now, still on the team?
Well, the whole world still shakes when they see Benzema start for Real Madrid. So it doesn't matter how old the guy is, he's still going to be a striker through and through. He's got something you can't teach, and well, you can teach it, but you want to sit there and actually work at it is another thing, right? His attack positioning is second to none, and that's what really makes him a killer these days. And where he stands and his quality to finish with both feet and his decision making has always been on point. So it's always a player that you want to have on your team, but he does need a second. Madrid has been pushing this off for far too long and really riding a dead horse and really forcing Benzema to play a lot of games that he doesn't need to play in. And that's the only downside to it, And I think the next, the big rumor I heard was Richarlison to Real Madrid too, was a new one. Obviously, you got Harry Kane going out there. You got a cheap buyout clause for Haaland. Told that a long time ago to you guys that he'd be coming through, but that's going to be a direct conflict of interest for Mbappe because the media again is framing them against each other. They're both goal scoring machines. Who's going to get the ball? Are you going for Mbappe anymore? A lot of uncertainties there. And, at the end of the day, you really have to think about is how much longer is Ancelotti going to stick around? That's the more important question is the striker he picks. Is it the next coach's striker? The next manager that comes in, he's going to use and abuse Benzi because he needs to win games, and Benzi's going to give you that biggest opportunity. So I think there's bigger things brewing, and before you can actually name a striker, you got to have a coach. And, Richarlison to Real Madrid with Ancelotti coaching him makes sense. The same guy who called him R9 when the World Cup was happening for a reason. The guy was playing lights out, nothing to, shrug off. Everybody gets dogged by Tottenham these days. Not a surprise there that he didn't really show up too well, but that's the history of Tottenham, right? But first things first, how much longer is Ancelotti going to stay? And it's tough. It's tough to say, but they do need a second striker. They've been needing a second striker. They keep forcing Alvaro Morata back into the mix. It seems to be like the only striker they can seem to buy other than Benzi. That's the only other guy, Come on.
Yeah. Before I go to Eddie, according to multiple reports, is that Ancelotti will be staying one more year. That Brazil's fine with that, and that they'll go after him next year and put somebody in the interim while they can bring him. But obviously, Papa Perez and everybody's gonna meet together. I think after Saturday's game, they're all the brain trusts are gonna get together and see what's next. But Eddie, how hard is it for Benzema to turn down that big contract from the Saudi teams?
Not hard at all. He's made a lot of money playing for Real Madrid and his sponsorships with Adidas and whatever have you. But you know why he's going to stay is because he's repaying that faith that Real Madrid put in him and instilled in him. He could have easily left playing second fiddle to Cristiano Ronaldo and at some point Gareth Bale, right? But he chose to stay. He's a Real Madrid captain. They love him in Madrid. El Gato. Maybe he didn't have a great Champions League semifinal over City, but no one in Madrid did, right? But the guy needs help. And
then he did.
When we say he needs help, he needs to be able to sit out games like JC said. He needs to be able to sit out games with all due respect. Elche, Real Sociedad, Real Betis, Sevilla. He needs to be able to sit out these games.
Villarreal.
Be able to, you know what I'm saying? Villarreal, Valencia. Papa Perez's priority is not La Liga. He doesn't care about La Liga. If they win it, great. If they don't, okay. But they need to be able to show up in Champions League, and Real Madrid needs to be in a Champions League final every single year. Let's not mention the chemistry that Benzema brings when he plays with Vinicius and Rodrigo. The chemistry he has with Kroos and Luka Modric. The chemistry is building with Valverde. Camavinga, su compatria. You know, like there's a lot of things that are going there that you need Benzema to be your focal point. Ancelotti loves him. The Madristas love him. Do you love him, Fernando? Let's be honest. Do you love him? Do you want him to stay?
Yeah, he needs to stay. Yeah.
Say yes or no. Do you want him to stay? Yes or no?
Of course.
So there you go.
The thing is, too, is that it was just a weird year, I think, for Benzema. Like with the whole World Cup stuff, he's had numerous knocks here and there. Obviously, coming off the
okay, you said the World Cup stuff, but look, why didn't he show any loyalty to Deschamps? Because Deschamps didn't show any loyalty to him.
I know.
But has Papa Perez and Real Madrid showed him loyalty?
Yeah. No, but I'm saying, like,
I believe he's not going to leave.
No, I know, but that's what I mean. It's just been a weird, like, having the World Cup in the middle and then with the injuries and everything. It was a year. Sure. It was a weird year for Benzema, but now this offseason he can concentrate on getting healthy, getting back into it, working out, and then obviously having a full offseason.
We're not done here. He had a bad semifinal return leg, but the whole Madrid squad did.
Yeah.
Maybe for the exception, let's say, of Thibaut Courtois. Okay, I'll give you that. But everybody else played really bad.
No, I know.
But you need Benzema to be your focal point.
Exactly.
You've shown, and I still think he's at a high level. Same like Cristiano. Very high level where they can still produce banging the goals. I still think Lewandowski, for instance, is still at a high level. He just went to the bad club. Not a bad club per se, but a bad situation, you know, in Barcelona. If you would have gone to a different team in the Premier League, maybe things would have been different. Let's say a Liverpool team. Yeah. Maybe Liverpool wouldn't be in the situation they're in right now. And I hate to say that because I hate Liverpool. I'm a Man U fan. But, you know, I'm going to give it to you straight.
Obviously, the big play, according to everybody, for Papa Perez is in 2024. Kylian Mbappe is a free agent. Well, he can jump out of his contract. He's a free agent. And then, obviously, Erling Haaland's release clause can be activated. I think it's only what's his release clause? Like 140 million, something low.
Bargain.
So he's either going to go after one of them or both of them. Obviously, we don't know. But that's his big play to go after. This year, it's all about Jude Bellingham. Next year, it's all about getting those guys. So I feel like Benzema is going to stay, help him one more year, and then obviously they bring in the new kids, and Benzema heads over to Saudi. Just give me a quick yay or nay. Kai Havertz is being rumored as maybe a guy that they might bring to back up Benzema. Eddie, yay or nay?
Yay if Asensio leaves.
When? Because he's supposedly on his way to PSG.
Asensio doesn't make a difference. That boy's a scrub.
JC.
If
Asensio's been a scrub his whole life. That's a big yay. You want somebody to really back up and do something for the club? That's the guy.
Yeah, that's not the question. Will Kai Havertz go to the Casablanca? It's unconditioned that if Asensio leaves, yes.
Asensio doesn't even play.
I'm not questioning their game. I'm not questioning.
It's got nothing to do with him. It's got nothing to do with him.
Supposedly they're gonna bring back Brahim Diaz from AC Milan because of Asensio leaving.
Oh, they should.
Asensio's a scrub. Kai all day, man. It don't even come close. It doesn't matter who's there, who's not there.
JC, sure. Cristiano Ronaldo had an interview today with a journalist from Saudi Arabia. He said he loves the country. He loves the experiences, that the schools are great for his kids. He loves the restaurants. He loves what they're building there. He said he's staying with Al Nassr out there. 16 games, 14 goals for CR7. Good or bad thing that Cristiano's staying?
I mean, his options are a little limited.
Or is it a smoke screen and really he's just trying to see who's going to come out and get him?
I think he has to say these things. You're talking about a country that changed religious rules for him to be able to live with his girlfriend. out of wedlock. So
That's
I mean,
facts.
you can't just go out there and
It's in his
publicly,
contract.
throw anybody under the bus after they literally changed tradition and customs for the guy. So, good job for Ronaldo for acknowledging and recognizing and knowing the situation he's in and saying the
Smart
right
guy.
thing at the right time. And I don't think he's one good offer away from leaving, man. And let's call it what
He's
it
got
is.
an
He's
offer.
still hungry for
Hey,
championships.
Bayern Munich's fans were chanting for
He's
Cristiano.
got an
Ronaldo.
offer.
Like I
He's
said,
got an offer.
that's a smart man. He's gonna say the right things at the right time. He understood from his Pierce Morgan, or he knows his power and he knows what he has to do when he needs to get things done. But smart. If he's gonna stay, then good by him. He's somewhere where he's gonna be adored and doesn't really have to play, and carry a whole league like he would if he came to the MLS. So, good for him, and
he's got
to do his thing.
Eddie, real quick, because we got to move on to some other stuff.
That's fine.
What do you think?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo to Bayern. That's what I think. Tommy T, he's gonna know what to do with that.
I'd love to see
100%.
Cristiano at Bayern.
I would love to see Cristiano at Bayern for sure.
So obviously for this next thing, I got to play our theme song.
Leo Messi.
Leo Messi, ¿dónde está? ¿Dónde está Leo Messi?
So I am not making this up for people that are obviously asking. There is a fat rumor out right now that Inter Miami would have made Messi an offer of over $200 million over 4 years. If accepted, he can be loaned out to Barcelona for 6 to 18 months. Eddie, in my opinion, this Barcelona and Messi love fest, I think, needs to end. I think Barcelona needs to move on. I think they need to focus on their money issues and everything else going on with their club and leave the whole Messi thing alone. What says you?
I would love for Messi to go back to Barcelona so he can get exposed that he can no longer play at this high level. But at the same time, I will tell you this. This year, UEFA has opened their own investigation against Barcelona and their sketchy transfers like the one you just pointed out right now. And they're deciding whether or not to ban them from joining this year's competition. I'm for that. I am 100% for that. But yeah, Messi at PSG was a disaster. Let's be real. Let's call it what it is.
Are you sure? Because ESPN FC had something else to say. They put this out.
Oh, ESPN FC. Oh.
They put PSG will miss Lionel Messi.
Why?
Because in 72
got more from Zlatan.
In 74 appearances, he scored 32 goals and 35 assists. Cristiano Ronaldo in his first year
he got more from
at Juventus, he scored 35 goals.
Look, we're talking Leo Messi, quote unquote, in his peak, I guess, because he won the World Cup in the French league, which is the worst league in the top 5. Scoring 32 goals and having 35 assists and 74 appearances
in 2 years.
You know what I'm saying? In 2 years. Aren't those his normal stats in 1 year? Playing at a high level, X, Y, and Z, whatever.
With Iniesta and Xavi?
No, man. You talking about Cristiano Ronaldo that went to the Premier League. Scored in the league alone, scored 18 goals and had 5 assists. That 1 year he was in the league, because the second year he wasn't really there. He played sparingly, whatever you want. Stop the cap, ESPN FC. What's wrong with you?
JC, any thoughts?
Stop pushing this guy like he's the Messiah. He's not.
Ten Hag said it best. All eras come to an end, and this is it. And these guys are going to cliff hard, and I really believe that, just based off of the way Messi is and trains, he's just more of a naturally gifted player. And there's going to come a time where you slow down, you can't do what you did. And this is a good showing. He's always been on great teams, great teams that can win without him. And it's showing where the pressure's all on him. He doesn't
That's
have
fair,
5
Chad. But
penalties to
listen, that
score.
Argentina team was not a great team.
It wasn't. They have 5
The
penalties.
referees made it great.
Every
That's all
game
I'm
they were
saying.
guaranteed a pen.
The
So, I mean,
referees were making it great, but that Argentina team wasn't a great team.
and they won because of the 5 pens. And the Messi highlights, cue them up. They're all penalties in the World Cup. So, nothing to worry about there. And for all the people that are gonna take this personal, get in their feelings about it, let's call it how it is. 35-year-old Ronaldo, 35-year-old Messi.
Oh no, it was 37-year-old Ronaldo.
My bad.
In
37.
the Premier League.
Had a way better
So-
season than Rashford ever did in his life. Thank you.
Before we
all
move,
right, you know what? Don't
before
Let's call that too.
before we move on,
All right.
I saw this
Numbers.
post on Twitter and I thought it was hilarious. It says, no offense, Eddie, all men under 5'7" lie or whatever. And
I'm 5'8" on a good day, champ. Don't play me.
it says all, and then somebody said, don't talk about Messi
But
like
hey,
that.
whoever wants to see me on the pitch, you got the tapes.
I do. It says all men do is lie and be 5'7", and it's like, don't talk about Leo Messi like that.
That's fine.
And it's a graphic saying Champions League will come back.
Short Kings, it's our summer. Short King summer. Let's get it.
All right, moving on, and this I cannot
Yeah.
wait for this. Mason Mount is rumored to be headed to
Woo!
Manchester
I like
United.
that. I like that.
Eddie, why do you like that?
Love that.
Why do you love
Look,
it?
Before this horrible season,
More
the
hopes.
guy was a double machine. 10 plus goals, 10 plus assists.
Let me know when
The
he's done.
English player. He can
Let me know
provide
when
a
he's
little
done.
more than Eriksson can.
Eriksson?
He can score. He can assist. He can help Bruno out. I love this signing.
He could set up Rashford
And-
too.
You could, bro. Honestly, let's be real. Mason Mount at 24 years of age, it's gonna be a much better signing than Maguire ever was for Manchester United. Let's be honest. Casemiro needs help in the midfield with Bruno, and all
Mason
due
Mount
respect to
never retracts a day in his
all due
life.
Respect to Eriksson.
What help
All
is he
due
going to bring?
respect. He's got Champions League.
Not because of him.
You got Champions League.
Not
guys.
because of him.
You got Champions League.
Not because of
Tommy
him.
T was playing him.
Kai Havertz got a Champions League.
Tommy T was
Not
playing
Mason
him. So
Mount.
now, okay,
Kai
so
Havertz.
now you're gonna
What did he
go
do for
back on
England?
your word. You're
What did
gonna
he
go
do for
back
England?
on your word. and
What did he do
say
for
Mason
England?
Mount wasn't balling.
What did he do for England?
Whatever.
What did he do for England? He started every game and didn't win shit.
What did England win?
He's a
Tell me.
Sancho 2.0. That's all
What
it's
did
gonna
Harry
be.
Kane do in the
Overhyped.
semifinal against Croatia? in
What
the
he
World
always
Cup?
does. What he always does.
He missed.
What he
he
always
missed.
does. And what did
What
Rashford
did
do?
Harry Kane do against
And what did
Italy
Rashford do?
in the Euro final?
What did Rashford do?
Rashford
scored
was
his
on the
pen?
bench.
He scored his
Rashford
pen?
was on the bench.
He scored his pen?
Anyways,
Yeah,
Mason
he's
Mount makes
yeah.
a lot of sense to go to
chokers.
Manchester
No, he
United
doesn't.
as long
No, he doesn't.
as the price is right.
It doesn't make sense. He's a
Todd
Sancho
Bowley
2.0.
overspent last season and he's gonna try to make some of that money back. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Ten Hag, don't give in to that. Mason Mount to me is worth 45 to 50 million.
That's
at
ridiculous.
most.
Based
That's
on
it.
what? What's on the CV? What did he do?
Age, proven Premier League player.
Proven
won a
Premier League?
Champions
How many games
League.
did he start this year?
Come on.
He couldn't
bro.
even start over freaking Mundrik. He couldn't even start with Joao
Grant-
Felix.
Oh, what happened to Grant Potter?
He couldn't even
got
start over
fired.
Joao Felix.
He
And
got
he started.
fired.
And who did he start
He
every
got
game?
fired.
And he
Go
started
ahead,
Mason
Jason.
Mount every game.
He's not gonna start over Joao Felix.
He started
They're paying
Mason Mount every game.
arm and a
And he
leg
got his ass
for
fired.
Joao Felix to be in
There
the
you
in
go.
the
JC, is
spot.
this a
That's what
positive
you
or a
want.
negative for Man
You
U?
want Ten
Clearly
Hag to get
it's
fired the
negative,
same
sir.
way they
Look
hired
at him.
Potter.
Look at him. Look at him.
He started
You have enough faith in Ten Hag to get the
Mount
best out of him.
every game.
He got the
No.
best out of Edson Alvarez, and he's not gonna get the best out of Mason
Edson
Mount.
Alvarez.
That's crazy.
That's
talking crazy,
that's your
guys.
standard.
You're talking crazy.
Your
guys.
standard is Edson
No,
Alvarez.
my standard is that Ten
Your
Hag got the
standard.
best out of a scrub like Edson Alvarez, and you're saying Edson Alvarez is better than Mason Mount? What's wrong
That's
with
what
you?
you're saying.
What's wrong with you?
They're on the same level. They
Okay.
both have done nothing with
Oh,
their
they're on
career.
the same level? Yeah, you're blasphemous.
They've both done
You're
nothing with their
blasphemous.
career.
That's why.
You're
That's
on
why
hopes
this
and
podcast
dreams.
gets a lot of hate because of your
You're
takes
you're
like
hype
this. I
on
swear,
nothing.
man. I
You want to
I'm not
sign the
hype.
guy
I speak
because of his FIFA
factos.
stats.
Fuck those.
You want to
Fuck
sign a guy
those.
based on FIFA stats.
Fuck
He's done
those.
nothing in his career.
You talk too much feelings. I'm talking about facts.
What feelings? What did he win?
Absolutes.
What did
I
he
don't do
win
if,
then?
buts, or maybes to, quote a scouser. I do
Then what did he
absolutes.
win? He got Graham
You
Potter
won the
fired.
Champions
He got
League.
Frank Lampard
He won a
fired.
Champions League.
He's gonna get Southgate fired.
So me and you both.
3
rate
coaches
Pulisic.
are gonna get fired
So
because
me
of
and
him.
you rate Pulisic, but you're not gonna rate Mason Mount. That's crazy.
They're both
I
scrubs.
don't know what to tell you, guys.
I agree with
They're
that
both
one.
scrubs.
They
Yep.
They got nothing to
Pulisic
do.
is a scrub.
Crazy to me.
He's a scrub.
This is crazy.
What has he done other
This
than
is
get
What has he
300
done?
get fired?
Go ahead, JC. Go ahead. Let's hear your take real quick.
I already told
I don't
you.
know.
He got Graham Potter fired. He got Lampard fired. He's about to get Southgate fired because they keep starting
He
him for
got
no
them
reason.
fired. He got them fired.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on.
What has he done?
JC,
What has he
Neymar
done?
and Harry Kane are rumored to be headed to Manchester United also. What do you think about these
Look at
two?
this guy. Look at him.
And Tottenham wages are going to be stupid. The price is going to be through the roof. Neymar is supposed to be coming on a loan. That'd be great to have a real left winger for
Loan?
once.
What loan?
Yeah, a loan, guy. That's what they said.
It's
A
a
loan.
free. It's a free.
They said a loan. How's he on a free, bro? He's still under contract.
They're gonna buy it out.
What are you talking about? They're going to buy it out. There you go, talking
They're
to hear
gonna
your voice
buy it
again.
out.
It's
They're
on a
gonna buy it
loan,
out.
guy. If they get him on a loan, it's a great win.
Not a loan. It's
Whatever.
not a
We
loan.
already overpaid Rashford for nothing. You might as well bring Neymar.
Rashford was
Something.
through and through. What did you overpay?
He took 3 years off, and you're paying him $300,000 a week to do
And
what?
there are rumors that
Average?
To match
Harry
Ronaldo's
Kane
worst
has
season.
turned down Bayern Munich. He's turned down other teams because the only team he wants to head to is Manchester United.
That's
Well, the
bad.
thing is he wants to stay in England for the all-time Premier League goal scoring
yeah.
record. So if he doesn't come here, you can really expect him
But
to
if
go
you
to
got both of
Newcastle.
them on your team, do you feel like that's an
You
upgrade?
still got
He said
Newcastle there.
Newcastle, I can't with this
They are
guy.
dying for a striker. Who's playing striker over there?
But
Who's playing striker over there?
let's just
Huh?
JC, just real quick. If Man U got both Neymar and Harry Kane, does
won't.
that help?
They won't get both. They'll get one or the other. But again, the real problem.
would you
there is the
rather have?
defense.
If they get both, JC.
Okay, who
What
would
do
you
you
rather
think?
have out of the two if you had to get one of them?
It's tough. You got to go Harry Kane because Neymar's gonna go get missing in the spring,
Mm.
like guaranteed.
Real
And
quick,
you're
Eddie,
guaranteed goal a game for
if
Kane.
they get one
real
of these
quick,
guys,
real
which
quick.
one would you rather have, Eddie?
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. And that
Yeah,
Yeah, he
unlocked
knows why.
the Dan and Dago question of the
I
week.
love it. And then they go.
And this is for JC. JC, if you had Neymar, if Neymar comes to Manchester United, who would you rather start at left wing, Neymar or Marcus Rashford?
You'll have a Cristiano Ronaldo with Rashford 2.0 again, where you got one guy crying
Crazy.
about his feelings and like not
This is
getting playtime
crazy.
because somebody's
Not
clearly
even-
better than him.
Yeah, they go. You know better. That's not a question.
So-
Because Neymar could play on the left and Rashford on the right. I don't want to.
Rashford can't play on the right. We've seen it.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
Why hasn't he played all year on the right?
Yes, he can. He's got a 5-star left foot.
No, he doesn't.
And then
there you go
another,
Yeah,
and
he
you,
does.
JC,
based on
you-
FIFA stats.
JC,
Again,
you've
Yeah,
unlocked the
proves my
double.
point.
I don't play FIFA. I don't play FIFA.
proves my point.
I don't play FIFA.
5-star weak foot.
I don't play FIFA.
I've never
JC,
seen it.
you have officially unlocked the double question of the day from Dan and
Double
Dago.
Jeopardy, guy.
He wants to ask JC if you could replace David De Gea with one goalkeeper, who would it be?
Anybody.
Look at him. He
All
doesn't
right.
even got a name. Look, he doesn't even have a name.
'Cause that's how
man.
bad
He's
he
out here
is.
just saying
Anybody.
Just stop, bro.
Anybody.
Please
All
stop.
right.
Stop.
Just
According
close your eyes and
to-
pick anyone.
Ask me that question, Fernando.
Nah, we're
Ask
good.
me.
Okay, go ahead, Eddie.
We don't want more
Ask
FIFA
me.
stats.
Go
5-star
ahead,
weak
Eddie.
foots and
Manuel
picking players.
Neuer. Manuel
there you go.
Neuer.
There you go. All right,
There you go.
Eddie.
Come on, guy.
So
Get ready.
Barcelona.
He's really gonna leave. Be realistic.
According
You
to
playing Ultimate
Yeah,
Team over
he's
there?
gonna leave. He's got that skiing accent in Germany. They're upset with him. They're mad with him. They had to go get Sommer. Come
Yeah,
on, bro.
and they're
He's
real
definitely
happy
gonna
with
leave.
Sommer.
Stop.
They're
I
real
would
happy
love
with Sommer.
to
Bayern
say
Munich needs to go get
Manuel
Ter
Neuer
Stegen.
to the Old Trafford Theater Dreams.
All right, let's move on. El Chinguito's reporting that there could be sanctions on Barcelona.
Nah.
That many in the UEFA believe that there should be sanctions for what happened por el caso
100%.
de Nigeria, which is obviously the case about the referees taking money from Barcelona as bribes, allegedly.
Allegedly.
And that UEFA feels like there should be a sanction. As of right now, the penalty that they're talking about is Barcelona will not be in the Champions League next season.
Correct.
They would forfeit it. There are also talks that they may be extending it and making it
They should
more
They
years,
should.
but obviously we'll see what happens.
Allegedly.
Eddie, what do you think about this?
Yeah. Like I said in the last podcast, if you break the rules, there needs to be consequences. And Barcelona have been teetering around that fine line between breaking rules or not. But if UEFA wants to really solidify their authority, they need to ban them from the competition for whatever, 2 or 3 years, whatever it is. But not only that, La Liga needs to step in and you know what? Next season, you're gonna get deducted X amount of points.
We already saw where La Liga stands with certain issues.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
JC, quickly, your thoughts?
Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's happening to Man City. Nothing's gonna happen to Barcelona. They got all the evidence that they need. They're just creating drama and theater.
Right.
Nothing's gonna happen to these guys. They had all the financial fair play, laws that they broke, and what happened? Not a damn thing. They signed every single player in the offseason.
That's true.
Here comes Mr. Let's go ahead and challenge them and make fun of the world because we're bigger and better. Just like that, Pep. And they got all the evidence they want. They're not doing anything. This thing's rigged from the start. And, you keep swearing up and down about fair this, fair that. It's not fair. They pick their players, and that's that.
Quickly, let's go to what's on social media.
Oh,
JT,
yeah.
We're going to start off with you. Your manager, Eric Ten Hag, came out and said this about Marcus Rashford. I'm sure he's capable of scoring 40 goals in the season.
You know what it is.
And to make also for him the next step. JC, what do you think about what he had to say about Marcus Rashford?
Anybody could do anything, but
wow.
again,
So
has to
you're
say
going
those
against
things.
what Ten Hag is saying. Okay, that's fine. Cool.
All right.
That's fine.
Still
That's
waiting
fine.
for you to bring up Mason Mount's CV.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let's,
I'm still waiting for it.
That's fine. Fernando, go ahead. Pull up Mason Mount's all-time Premier
You bring
League
it up. You're the one that's
goals
keep
and
hyping him.
assists. I'll
That's
tell you right
Sancho
now.
2.0.
I'll tell you right now. Mason Mount in the Premier League, the 3 years he's played there,
Sancho
at least has
2.0.
25 goals and 30 assists. I can
That's-
guarantee that right now.
In 3 years?
JC sent this one to us. Rafa Marquez talking about him wanting to become potentially the next manager of Mexico.
There you go.
Yeah, they'll give anybody a job.
De tu selección, de tu país, pero como bien lo dices, yo creo que es demasiado prematuro
This guy
para
hasn't even coached a team in his career. They're asking to be in the same one.
de que tengo que seguir trabajando, tengo que seguir picando piedra.
My question is for him, real quick.
Kaiser.
Can he even enter the United States right now?
Kaiser.
I doubt it.
That's a good question. I don't know.
So I mean,
Let me check with the DOJ real quick.
Eddie, what do you think? Good or bad if Rafa Marquez is the next manager of Mexico?
My guy, if they appointed Diego Coca to be the manager, I think Rafa Marquez has a lot more pedigree than Coca. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead, JC.
Nah, he is right on that for
so you're
once.
rating Coca and his pedigree.
So you're not even going to
higher
let me finish
than Rafa
again.
Marquez.
Are you done?
It's a real question. It's a real
You
question.
jumping to conclusions again?
No, it's a real question.
You're just going to cut me off in the middle of my
It's a
sentence?
yes or no. It's a yes or no.
Are you going to let me finish my sentence?
Hey, I'm gonna let you finish, but I ain't gonna say no more.
Well, just what you said last time, but there you go again.
All right.
The guy's right on that they are giving anybody a job, so they would give this loser a job too. But
Yeah.
So,
what do you expect?
Now he's a loser. Okay, that's crazy.
Let's listen to this real quick from Harry Kane. He was on ABC with Michael Strahan.
That's crazy. ABC.
Popular than ever around the globe. Not quite as popular as soccer, but you were saying that
No respect.
when you retire from soccer, you would like to take over the other football and be a NFL kicker.
It's something, I want to definitely explore. I know it'll be a lot of hard work. I'm not expecting to just rock up and, start kicking field goals. It's a lot of hard work, but yeah, it's something I'd love to do. The NFL is something I've been following for about 10 years now, and I love it.
Easy sport.
Easy sport. Shout out to
Easy
Tony for
sport.
that one. JC,
Yeah.
could you see Harry Kane becoming an NFL kicker?
Oh yeah, you kidding me? You see how many terrible kickers the Chargers have? Harry Kane for sure have a job.
Eddie?
My guy, you see me on that Saturday. I kicked a 55-year-old field goal. Like, come on now. If I could do it, for real, a
By the
professional soccer
way,
player could do it.
congratulations to Luton. They just got moved up to the Premier League. Look, guys, if you guys are on, if you guys are listening to the audio version, come over to YouTube so you can see the way this stadium is built. It's built literally on top of houses. Like there's houses
right here.
Huh?
There's some real Ted Lasso little underdog.
Yeah, like the stadium is small. According to multiple reports, they are going to be adding $10 million in renovations to the stadium.
They have to.
But literally, like, look, you can leave from the stadium into homes. Like, you can go, like, I'm sure those people have tickets that live right next to the stadium, but literally from the benches, you can go straight into the home. Like, it's
someone's
amazing.
Backyard is the entrance
of the end of the stadium. It looks like a Ted Lasso thing. So maybe
Compas might make a trip out there this year.
We should. We should definitely do it next season. It's definitely cool.
Whoever wants to sponsor that, let us know.
Last thing for me, these guys on TikTok did Who Would You Rather when it comes to Manchester United's 2008 squad or Real Madrid's 2018 squad. So I want you guys to go.
That's not even fair.
I want you guys to go with. Let's do this. All right. So we're starting off. All right. Who would you rather have, Van der Sar or Keylor Navas?
Van der Sar.
That's not even close. Van der Sar all day.
Okay, they both went with you guys. Carvajal or Brown?
Brown.
West Brown. 100%. Carvajal's a bum. They went Carvajal.
Ferdinand or Ramos?
That one breaks my heart.
Oh, damn, they broke my heart. Yeah. Ramos.
Yeah, I gotta go all Rio.
You going Rio? I went Ramos.
That's not even close. Vidic.
I can't see. What is it?
Vidic or Varane?
It's Vidic all day.
100%. Yeah, 100% Vidic.
That partnership is just ridiculous.
Marcelo or Patrice Evra?
Oof, Marcelo.
Evra. I'm going to go Evra.
They both went Marcelo.
Damn.
Casemiro or Carrick?
Sorry, Carrick, but Casemiro.
Yeah, Casemiro.
Wow, you guys are pretty much on Kroos or
yeah, that's man.
Kroos or who?
Yeah, Kroos.
Kroos
or who?
Yeah, Kroos. Hargreaves.
Hargreaves.
Yeah, Kroos.
Hargreaves. Yeah, Kroos. Yeah.
All right.
Hargreaves a baller, even though he's Canadian.
Modric or Scholes?
Oh, man.
Oh, you doing me? Scholes. Because that year, honestly, Paul
Scholes, that was nuts. Remember something else. It was Ballon d'Or.
They both went Modric.
Who did they pay? They paid Modric? That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, this is a crazy one. Carlos Tevez or Isco?
That's not even close. Tevez all day.
Carlos Tevez or Isco?
Tevez.
Tevez.
Without a doubt.
Tevez on that one, boys.
So easy.
Tevez. Yeah.
They're both going with
Isco.
Oh my gosh.
Benzema or Wayne Rooney?
Sorry, that's baby Rooney right there all day. Sorry, Benzi.
I'm gonna go Benz.
Benzi, you weren't there yet, but Rooney was that guy.
Young Cristiano Ronaldo or older Cristiano Ronaldo?
Young Cristiano. Young Cristiano.
What year was this?
2008.
When they beat Chelsea.
Nah, that baby Cristiano was just stupid with the pace. You couldn't catch him.
Baby Cristiano, and he scored in that final.
Yeah, and you dumb everything, striking ability. Yeah.
Zinedine Zidane or
that's not even close, Sir Alex. You're talking about a real coach.
Now. That's crazy.
That's a real coach right there.
Oh, he basically does. Oh, I hate TikTok. You better end this pod right now. I can't. There's no way.
That's how y'all be acting. That's how y'all pick shit over everything.
There he goes.
I don't want to hear
there
it.
You better end the pod.
That's how y'all act.
All right. We appreciate you guys so much for checking out yet another episode of Compas FC. We need to get Eddie to cool down a little bit after how fired up he was on today's episode.
Blasphemous.
We appreciate you guys so much. Go check out everything else on Compas on the Beat Network. Make sure you check out this week's episode of Compas on the Beat. Gilbert and I get into, is Tom Brady right now playing part owner, but he's going to be playing on the football field this season, especially with what's going on with Jimmy G. That'll be interesting to see, definitely. And where is DeAndre Hopkins headed? We also have that for you guys. This guy. What's up, Bulls? Dan and Diego and I got you covered on that. House of Horns is Gilbert and Vic. And then on Comeback Compas, I go over Seth Rollins winning the championship and Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa losing the opportunity for the tag team championships, and why Bianca Belair needs to turn heel. So definitely check that out. And then obviously Gilbert is getting some flack right now for his evaluation of the Earl Spence Terrence Crawford matchup, but make sure you go
get
check
some
that
flack
out.
from my David Haney matchup, but okay. So.
Yeah, exactly. But we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for checking out another episode of Compas FC. We will be back next week to talk about the winner of Man City versus Manchester United. We will preview the Champions League final. And whatever else other rumors are out there, we will tackle them. So we appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to be a compa, tell a compa, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you guys, and have a
happy
great
belated to our producer Fernando.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday, our guy.
Birthday.
Thank you guys.
Let's go.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Happy